let's talk about some hard pills to swallow when you're on a glutathione skin lightening journey. Basically, I'm making this video because I get to get back on glutathione. This entire year, I basically just had to keep my skin up with just topicals, which is really difficult, not gonna lie. So I have a slight tan now, but it's nowhere close to what my normal coloring is. Yeah, I've just been using topicals, but I got the clear to get back on glutathione. Basically, we thought that I was having all of these like really bad acne breakouts. It was awful. Like, it was basically my gut microbiome that was off, not the glutathione. And also, I cannot tolerate aspartame, and I was drinking diet sodas every day. So finally figured that out, but gosh, it's been 6 or 7 months since I was on glutathione. So I'm going to be starting it back up on July 1st. So if you guys want to follow that journey, definitely get on the Patreon. Also, the Patreon is where all the skin lightening creams, serums, all of those recipes are on there. So go check that out. I just posted a new one last night. I'm way more active on Patreon than I am on here. But let's just get into it. Some of the things that most people are not going to mention about when you get on glutathione and what to expect. And I'll also add an MSM because I know like a lot of people like to do both. One of the biggest things is that you have to understand that glutathione is a sulfur compound, so it smells like sulfur, and when you're taking large amounts of it, there's going to be times where you are surrounded by that smell. So if you're doing a nebulizer treatment and that's how you're getting your reduced glutathione into your blood, this is for people who aren't on liposomal, who aren't on acetyl glutathione, who aren't doing rectal syringes. If you're on the nebulizer, just know your entire space is gonna smell like sulfur. Your hair is gonna smell like sulfur. Like, I used to put like on a bonnet and then a shower cap over my hair just so I would not smell like it. But basically, you're just making clouds of sulfur. But having it in the nebulizer, it breaks it down to in a way that it can actually permeate and actually get into your blood cells. So it sucks, but that's just one of the things. Also, when you're taking high amounts of MSM, what I mean by high is like over 15 grams or so, then you are also going to have that stale sulfur taste. I don't want to get too graphic, but yeah, that is what you will taste like. Because it's very strong. Now, I have not noticed this with glutathione, but when you're taking large amounts of MSM, this is very much true. It's kind of like a you are what you eat thing. And I don't know, just there's something really just strong and gross about MSM. Like glutathione on its own, like it has kind of like a tangy taste, like a vitamin C. But I have not noticed this issue with high amounts of glutathione. This is only something that I've noticed with MSM, but no one's gonna talk about you tasting like that. But just here to give it to you straight up. we like to be honest on this channel. Another thing a lot of people don't talk about is like the initial side effects that basically glutathione is a master antioxidant, and it's basically detoxing your body of a whole bunch of crap and heavy metals that you had no idea were even in you. So the first week or so, for some people it's like a little longer than a week, maybe a week and a half. For those who are really like lucky, you guys only have like 3 days of this, but you will feel sick. You will feel sick. Usually I have headaches. You obviously have the bloating from the GI issues because your stomach's just like not used to it. But yeah, you feel sick. You might even get like a slight cough or runny nose. I've had it to where it felt like I had the flu for a couple days. It's not fun. Good news is it's not going to be that bad for everyone, but don't be surprised if you're one of those people who start the purging process. One way around this would just be to start out really small. I know most people, when you're getting into your glutathione journey, you kind of just like want to go all in. Like, you want to start with 5,000 milligrams a day. But if you start off like maybe 1,500, 2,000, you might not have that big of a detox. for me in July. I'll let you guys know like what dosage I'm starting off with and everything, but just know it's coming. At worst, it might last a week or a week and a half, but at best, it's like only a couple days of this, and you're not really sick. It's just a detox of all of that BS out of your body. Another thing people don't talk about are the GI. It's not really even issues. It's just, especially if you already have issues where you're not going to the bathroom every day, when you get on glutathione, that definitely will help you. For me, I notice most of it when I get either taking like a large amount of the liposomal glutathione. There is an adjustment period where when I'm first starting, where I might have some bloating, I might have gas, things like that. But honestly, some of that could be a byproduct of you taking so much vitamin C. So just the GI issues in general, there is going to be a period of where your body's getting used to it, and you're just going to have the bloating, and you're going to be a little farty. It's the gross part no one talks about. If you're doing rectal syringes, then it's kind of like you're still going to go through that, but you're only going to go through that within like what the 30 minutes it takes, because like basically you're administering it, so you're placing it where it needs to go, and then you're holding it in for at least 15 minutes. If you can go longer than that, that's amazing. And then you're releasing it. So it's like that, you know, the farty only lasts for like so long, because then you're getting it out and then you can go about your day. But obviously most people like don't want to talk about that just because like this is kind of gross. But it is something that is going to happen to you, and thankfully for rectal syringes, obviously you want to be releasing that bile. That's what it's doing. It's creating bile so then you can release it, and that is actually upping not only your natural glutathione stores, but it's taking in the glutathione that you just administered. So making the bile, like, that is good. So obviously that should be happening every single time. But just like, you know, the gas and the bloating, that's something where when you're taking liposomal glutathione or acetyl glutathione, especially when you're taking large amounts of it, that's just going to be something that you're just going to experience for the first couple weeks, and then after that you'll be golden. It's even worse with high amounts of vitamin C. Some people like to match their vitamin C to their glutathione. I will not be doing that. I'll just be taking at most 2,500 milligrams of vitamin C. But if you are matching it, which I get why people do, they just want to make sure that they're getting as much glutathione into their body as possible. So vitamin C does help that. So if you are matching it, just know that the vitamin C in itself is going to make those issues even worse, but your body will adjust. So if you guys want to follow along, definitely get on the Patreon. If you want the ingredients or the DIY, the steps to take to make your own skin lightening lotions, there's one on there for people who have trouble just basically lightening, like you have stubborn, thick skin. There's one for that. There's also stuff on there for like just glutathione, like dosage recommendations and routines for people who don't know where to start. That was posted last week. So there's just so much, like a wealth of information on there. So if you're tired of like the YouTube stuff, then definitely go check that out.